Today, I'm talking about abdominals. When we're doing abdominals, there's a lot of different ways to do them. I'm a big fan of doing non-weighted abs, but I'm gonna show you 2 weighted abs with the rope that are very, very beneficial hitting your abs. One, intercostals, which they almost look like fingers on the sides of your abs coming through here. This particular exercise, what you wanna do, you're gonna have the weight. When you go on the ground, your butt actually is not gonna sit low, it's gonna sit high on this exercise. You're gonna hold the palms touching your head right here. It's like they're connected to your head. Then the weight wants to be a little heavier, so you're gonna put the weight heavier. Your goal is to take your elbows straight to the ground in a straight line. Coming down, and then coming up super slow. 2 count down, 1, 2, and then up on the 3 to 4 count. And all that weight is on your intercostals when you're doing this crunch. The other crunch is on your knees. Actually, your glutes sit a little lower. This one's a little more challenging, so I'll drop the weight, and you're actually gonna crunch inward to the body. So you're gonna be here, crunching in, butts down low. I basically say glute to heels, and you're gonna hold the palms in the same spot. You're gonna crunch into the abs, or the thighs, the mid-thigh. Crunch it mid-thigh and back up. And then come up and get that good stretch. Come up and get the good stretch. Now, both of those abs, you can still go to the sides if you want to hit more obliques. So since I'm on this one, we're gonna have the weight here. My glutes are gonna sit low, and I'm gonna crunch here to the middle, and to the side crunch, you'll be going to the side. And I'm gonna go a side, middle, side, middle. You can do just isolated, which is if you want to just isolate that one side of your oblique, you're just gonna stay on this side. So you always come back to the middle, and then crunch. Crunch, and then the other side, of course, crunch. Butt sits low. And if you want to do like a circuit with it, where you hit all middle, side, middle, side, it's very challenging, but iso work is usually always the best. If you want to kick your butt, I recommend doing those for a nice little circuit on your abs. All right, so Bosu abs are probably some of my favorite abs. Reason being is whenever you have an off-balance terrain, you're gonna recruit a lot more muscle fibers. It's gonna be a lot more challenging than a regular crunch. 2 of my favorite ones I do that are lying down like regular crunches. So the first one is, I call them my boxer sit-ups. So you're gonna lie over the Bosu. You always wanna make sure that your glutes are not touching the ground. So basically your hips are off the ground. And you're gonna have your hands here. When you come up, you're gonna rotate from one side to the other side. One side to the other side. Now, I'm a big fan of doing circuits for abs. Abs really do well with high reps. On this circuit, what I'm gonna do is, instead of doing the crunches for the Rocky sit-ups, I'm actually gonna do bicycles. 10 times harder than the Rocky sit-up. Bicycles, you're gonna come up and back down. So at the very last second when you crunch, you're gonna bring that knee in and hit the abs. So say you do like 20 or 30 total, then you can go right into the hip dips. The hip dips, you're here, you can do a cross leg hip dip like this. The option would be you're gonna drop that knee down, still keep the top leg straight, and you can have the hand up, all right? So this combo, I probably shoot for 20 to 30 total reps on the bicycles, 15 to 20 on the hip dips. And of course, you're gonna go to the other side. Go right into the hip dips again, coming up and down like this. And again, your options are always good. The options, sometimes you feel this a little more in your obliques because your shoulder's not so stressed from holding your weight up. This way is more challenging. The most challenging of them all, you'll stack the feet and you can pulse as you're doing those hip dips. So let's get into another combo right now. If I was gonna do another circuit on the Bosu, the next exercise you could do is you could utilize doing the boxer sit-ups, which I started with. So say you're doing like 30 total, right? So you're coming up and you're twisting, hitting those obliques, boom. Then, if you wanna take the side planks up to another level, you can do a side crunch. 2 ways to do it. I'm gonna give you the easier way first, and then I'll get into the more challenging. So the option would be to have your knee on the ground. You're gonna crunch in. You can either keep in the leg or on the ground, or you can challenge yourself more by being in an extended plank, crunching in and back out, which again, as you can tell, this is a lot more challenging. If you don't want to have your leg on the ground, but you want to take it up to a second level of intensity, just put this hand on the ground and crunch in. So on this combo, on those you'd be lucky to get 10, but I would shoot for 10 to 15 total on each side crunch or side plank crunch. And on the boxer setups, I shoot for 30 to 40. When you're doing these circuits, once you get done with the circuit, I probably rest 20 to 30 seconds max and then hit it again, as it's very important to do high reps with abs with short breaks. On the smaller muscles, you're gonna get great gains with high reps. So this exercise is probably the most challenging BOSU abdominal that I've ever done. I'm gonna give you a couple options on this as well. We're gonna start with the easiest. So you're gonna be completely straight and you're suspended in the air in your upper torso, and you're gonna come up. It's like a elongated bicycle like we did earlier, where your knees bent. But if you wanna challenge yourself to an extreme, if you feel your abs are super strong, this one is, again, probably the most advanced ab you could do on a BOSU ball. You're kind of extended in the air like this, and you're gonna come up and back. So your feet never touch the ground. Very challenging. If you haven't done it, I would start getting your abs strong with some of the other core work that I did, and then you can move into this one. Then if you want to get into another abdominal for a side plank, again hitting those same areas, plank like this, and you're gonna chop across, and then back up, and then option here. And then if you want to take it to another level, stack the feet. You're gonna cross over and back up. So again, all those are great abs for circuits. This one's a little more advanced. I would try this one when you're ready for it. All right, so the straps are an amazing exercise for the abs. So when you slide in the straps, make sure you slide all the way in up against your armpit. And you're gonna rotate your hands around the top part of the strap, as you're gonna have to use biceps to help you pull your knees up into your stomach to recruit the abs. If you wanna challenge yourself and really get a good reverse crunch on the straps, if you do a toe tap, I like doing a toe tap, then you can really force your body into an egg roll. You come up, egg rolling, and then you're back down. And again, this is more of an advanced move for the straps. It takes a lot of strength. Than the regular abs, like this, just pop. You're more free hanging on this first one, the advanced one. I would recommend something here, so you can kind of do a little tap, pop, and thrust. Negative down, and boom, pop. Negative down. Again, it's advanced ab. You got to build up to that. So if you're doing a circuit, you want to just do the knee tucks, and then you superset with ball crunches. So I'm going to come here, pop it up, pop. Let's just say I do 10. Then I'm gonna come straight to the ball. 10, let's just add it 15 actually. So 15 here, then I'm gonna do 15 here. So on the crunches, you're gonna crunch, and you just push your small of your back into the ball, keep your feet close. You're just reaching for that ceiling. 2, 3, 4, 5. This one will really strengthen your abs, especially if you have weakness in your abdominals. The ball is really good. The circuit will be a 1-2 without stopping. That's about 15 to 20 seconds. Hit it again for, depending on what level you're at, like 2 to 3 rounds. All right, so then another really good one, if you want to hit the obliques on the straps, you're gonna be here. Now the secret on these, like a lot of people feel you gotta pull like way up, high, and you actually, all you have to do is kind of like a foot flare, just kind of like pop your feet out like this. It's gonna be like this, from the side, it's just a little twitch. Just a little flick of the feet, ankles coming out. That's all you need for the obliques. And then the other side, little twitch. And if you want to stay on the obliques, come here on the ball, come down. You can do a one-arm oblique crunch all the way across and then back down. And again, these two, the combo is very challenging. So again, if you need longer breaks in between, take it. But I would start on those. They're more challenging. You can go from 10 reps and build up to 15 to 20 per side. And when you come here, again, start with 10 and maybe build up to 15 to 20 as well. And again, your goal will be 3 rounds, combo back and forth. I'm a big fan of doing floor abs. Floor abs are gonna help you have a lot stronger core, I feel, than the weighted abs. The reason is, whenever I train fighters, we only work floor abs. We did a lot of reps in combination planks. Well, floor work first, we did like crunches, and then we would end on planks. And that's the template I use usually for fighters. A lot of high reps, 30 reps is what I'm shooting for. I'll build at like 10 reps, 20, and then build to 30. These are some of the planks I use training fighters. They're great for your core to strengthen them. Normally the planks and the crunches and stuff will be able to take harder shots to the stomach. A lot of the weighted stuff's good. You'll put muscle on, but you're not gonna be able to take impact like you will from using floor work with rep and planks. So I'll show you a couple here. So one's a knee tuck. So you're gonna crank that knee in. Again, beginner might go 10, 15, 20, eventually go 30. And then your option would be to keep your knee on the ground and then you can drive it in. Just keep your hip low. Like, don't stick your hip up when you're doing it. Try to keep your hip low when you're driving it in. Both sides, again, knee tuck or option. Then another one I use, right, left side hip isolations, which would be obliques. So from the back, you'll see my hips going side like this, side up, middle down, and then you can drop your hips, and that's still very challenging. Same on the other side. But of course, the more advanced mode would be this way. Side up, center flat, side up, center flat. It's probably one of the best oblique exercises you can do for your core, all through your obliques. So I highly recommend throwing these in there as a combo for some of your abs. Even if you're doing straps, you can pop over here and do this, and then you could pop over, and you could do these single knees. You could do the hip isolations. You just go back and forth. And again, I'm a big fan of doing abs and circus, like I said before. So that combo is really good to get great results. Chisel you up, burn a lot of fat with high rep abs. So I highly recommend this combo. If you ever have any questions on nutrition, workout, form, message me in the comments. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Creek Freak Training! Let's go!